ready.
You're rolling.
Hello, this is Orion with Tedapureza, and I wanted to introduce you all to what is our first field study, studying the results of our impact with rotational grazing using the pigs here at Shield Ranch. Shield Ranch is our newest partner, and we are utilizing 65 acres of their land for regenerating native pasture, increasing soil quality, and restoring native habitat. And so I just wanted to first introduce you all to some of the previous rotations that have been done. If you look down this line, here the pigs rotated within a few weeks ago, and we've had zero rain for the past like 2.5 months. Here, the pigs have already rotated into this kind of pathway here, and then the pigs have already rotated way up there. So all of this has kind of regrown through the spring and summer. Now we are into fall. We haven't had any rain, and we are actually now in drought conditions. And so what I want to do is I want to introduce you to our partners in this study and kind of give you a little bit of the study design and why we're doing it. So what we're approaching now here is one of our transects, and you can see it traverses right where the pigs have come across before. And this is Kara Kroger.
Hello, so my name is Kara Kroger, and I'm a sustainable ag specialist with the National Center for Appropriate Technology. And we have a really wonderful project called the Soil for Water Project. And within that project, our initiative is to catch and hold more rainwater in the soil through looking at different regenerative practices and monitoring how those can improve the soil water holding capacity. So basically, we have transects set up on the Shield Ranch here. We have 4 transects set up. We have 1 control. We have 2 transects in this pasture where the hogs are now, and we've got 2 transects in the other pasture, on the east pasture, which will be grazed down the line. So what we're doing is we're taking soil tests. We're also looking at percent cover data and species biodiversity as well as frequency. We do the Haney soil test. We also do the PLFA, which is a phospholipid fatty acid test, which is looking at the microbial populations of the soil. And we also do an available water holding capacity test. And additionally, we are taking photo points as well. So we take photo points down the transect, and then we also take photo points at 10 different square meters along the transect. So we're looking at the biodiversity and vegetation as well as coverage, whether it's bare ground, litter, manure, rock, herbaceous plants, or some type of disturbance like an ant bed or anything like that. So we look at 10 square meters down the transect, which is a total of 40 square meters. So we're looking at 25% of the transect each time, and we do randomized monitoring. So we're not looking at the same 10 square meters every time. And we also look at a 2-meter width along the transect.
Excellent. You mind if we walk the line a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
So this is 40 meters,
Yes,
right?
40 meters.
Excellent. And here ahead of us is Peggy Seacrest, another partner. And Peggy, I'm curious to hear from you, like why studies like this are important, or why even these practices are important and what they can do.
Okay, as a certified educator with Holistic Management International, we've been working many years, 30 plus years, to get the message out, the information out to land managers and livestock producers of all kinds of livestock to regarding the practices that actually regenerate the soil. So we know from an abundant amount of studies that have been done for a long time that our soils have declined and degraded. They've lost soil carbon, soil organic matter, soil microbes, and as a result they capture less water, they hold less water, and they produce less above ground plant material. All of that actually slowly is interfering with our capacity and quality of our environment. So we want to get the message out, and there are a lot of ways to do that. And about 3 years ago, then we partnered with the National Center for Appropriate Technology just to work right here where we live. My husband and I live here in western Gillespie County. Besides being a certified educator, we are also livestock producers. We've been raising grass-fed beef since 1995. And so this program is connecting with people like you to try out a variety of these practices and then take these measurements every year, 6 to 10 years, so we can actually have data that helps us understand how's the soil reacting and whether or not it's truly regenerating in a way that is going to be improving our ecosystem functions for ourselves in the future.
Excellent. So this is essentially the first field study, which is in this case set up as a case study to gather exploratory data to see what will be successful or what seems moot in terms of data collection in preparation for a wider study that we would plan to be peer-reviewed and submitted to a journal across hundreds of acres in replicate. But a lot of the times it's like, well, you need, funding is always short, and you want to be efficient with how you spend those funds. And initial case studies like this to gather exploratory data to see what works. Okay, yeah, that's a clear signal. We should pursue that. Is always valuable. So we'll get back to you probably next year with